There are 4 different situations where nothing you say or do will effectively or successfully de-escalate a situation. I'm John, president and founder of Gentle Response, a consulting company that specializes in conducting very dynamic, realistic conflict de-escalation training seminars around the country for churches, businesses, corporations, and state agencies. I want to talk about the 4 different situations where nothing you say or do will effectively or successfully de-escalate a situation. Number 1, the emotional level this person's at, the level of anger that they're at, where they are just so enraged, nothing you say or do is going to work, right? Number 2, the level of illegal drugs or alcohol in their system, right? If you've ever dealt with someone who is really, really drunk, they're so irrational, there's nothing you say or do that's going to make a difference, right? Number 3, any type of mental illness or mental handicap that they may be suffering from. And number 4, whether or not they have an agenda. If someone has an agenda to create some type of confrontation, chaos, and mayhem and confusion, there's very little you're going to be able to say or do to distract them from that mission, right? I want to talk about a video I found on YouTube, and I hate referring to it or even bringing traffic to it, but it's a great example of a situation where someone definitely had an agenda. So in August of 2019, this individual clearly starts off videotaping himself with the intent of causing a confrontation with church security at a church. And you see him narrating, and it is clear by his attitude and tone of voice that he's deliberately trying to create some type of confrontation. And in fact, when the initial security guards make contact with him and they call out to him, he's the one who is loud, rude, and obnoxious about what he's doing, and it's a free country, and that this little puppy dog that he's got is an ADA certified service dog. It's absolutely ridiculous. But clearly he's out to create confrontation, and sure enough it comes. He's told by security that he's trespassing and not supposed to be on the property grounds. Now, when you look at the video, it appears that he's on a sidewalk or something. So I wasn't there. I don't know where the property is and so on. But what happens is security, however many, end up taking him to the ground, scuffing him up a little bit. And of course, he edits his video. So initially, when the initial takedown takes place, he edits that to where he's sitting, assumably off property, and he's talking about how he was just taken down and how rude he was handled and manhandled, and he's going to sue and he's going to call the police. Just absolutely exactly what he was looking to do. A message to you security guards, private security, church security, and all that stuff. Be very, very careful that before you go and lay hands on somebody, okay? Make sure you understand and know the rules of engagement for you, what the policies are for your client, and what they expect for their security guards. Make sure that you're covered, because generally, rule of thumb, security guards, you're civilians, and especially if you're volunteers for church security and all that, you have no arrest powers. You have no right to go hands-on someone unless you can articulate that they were assaulting somebody or so on. And in this case, this individual was just walking along, videotaping himself, and all of a sudden he's taken down. I gotta be honest with you, I don't know what the laws are in that particular state, but here in Michigan, I think he's got a case about being assaulted. Again, 4 different situations where nothing you say or do can de-escalate a situation. Number 1, their level and intensity of their anger. Number 2, any type of mental illness or mental challenges that they may have. Number 3, the amount of alcohol or illegal drugs they have on board in their system. And number 4, whether or not they have an agenda to try to create some type of confrontation. Be very, very careful on how you handle situations like that. If it's a simple matter of trespassing or something, like in this situation, just call the police and let them come and arrest him. Bada boom, bada bing. Don't need to go hands-on and risk yourself getting hurt and risk getting sued, because now that church is in a heap of trouble now. Hit that like and subscribe button.